While you can certainly make the argument that Facebook ads are becoming less effective than they were in the past, Facebook is still fighting to be the social media network with the most active users. Don't forget that it still has Instagram underneath its belt. That's why it's important to use intentional Facebook ad strategies to ensure that you're not wasting budget on ads that don't contribute to your bottom line. There are a few key advantages to advertising on Facebook. Some of them are advanced options to target your ads to specific audiences. You have seamless e-commerce integrations with products, so like Shopify, for instance. Insightful data analytics, one of the most robust data reporting softwares, access to the entire Facebook ad library, and there are options basically for everyone's budget. It starts at $1 per day. Now, you can use Facebook ads for both customer acquisition and retention. It's a great way to build brand awareness and advertise to new potential buyers, as well as nurture relationships with people who already know your brand. And actually, Facebook offers 3 key goals and objectives to choose from for each ad. They're actually wiggling this down to 2 right now, but we'll say 3 for the sake of this episode. The first is awareness. Use this objective if you're new to business or advertising on Facebook and want to attract new customers. You may also use awareness goals to launch a new product line and promote an event if it's new. The second is consideration. This is sort of the next step in our Facebook ad journey. After your audience has had some awareness of your offering, you'll want to hit them with ads that provide a little bit more information for them. These ads should drive engagement or just help you collect some leads. And lastly, you'll have the objective for conversions, so conversion ads. The final step in the journey is getting people to finally convert. Maybe that means purchasing a product, or maybe you want people to get traffic to your website, directions to your physical store, or maybe just fill out a form with their personal information. There's not really a benchmark or any telltale sign for when you should consider Facebook ads. And in fact, the platform actually offers multiple opportunities for about every business and every budget, making it a very viable option. Before we dive into the Facebook ad strategies to use for your e-commerce business, you're going to want to get set up with the Meta Pixel. The Pixel is a snippet of HTML code that you put in the back end of your site. Once installed, it collects data about your site visitors and their activity, which makes it easier for you to run effective targeted Facebook ads with strategies down the line, especially as you collect customer email addresses. Very briefly, here's how it works. Once you have the code installed, when a user clicks on one of your ads and then visits the site, the Pixel will track their behavior. You can see how much time they spend on your site, which links they click on, which pages they visit, what products they purchase, and a lot more. While those insights are certainly valuable, the real value in the Meta Pixel is your ability to build audiences or customer segments that you can target. Targeting your Facebook ads to specific audiences enables you to tailor the creative and bidding for more effective ad performance, which leads us into the top 5 ways to get your ads moving in 2023. The first way that you can leverage Facebook ads for the win is personalized ads for targeted audiences. Facebook has some of the most robust targeting options out there, allowing you to get super specific with the target audience promotions and the ad creative. This is especially helpful if you don't have a lot of existing customer data to use. So new businesses or someone who maybe just transitioned into the online space, that would be great for you. Facebook's core audience feature lets you hone in on target market-based criteria based on 5 things. Your location, so you can target specific countries, states, cities, communities, zip codes, etc. You can also set radiuses around central points, so this could be like geofencing something. We have demographics, so that enables us to target options like age, gender, education, your job, political affiliation, income, relationship status. It's crazy. And then there's interest targeting. So this could include your hobbies or other things that you like to do. And then lastly, there are behavioral targeting. So Facebook considers the digital behavior, including your device usage, your network speed, and most of all, my favorite, your purchasing options and the things that you do. Now, if you want to exclude individuals when you're boosting brand awareness, this is also something that you can do, and I love it. But we're going to go over one of my personal favorites, and that is targeting by life events. There's a ton of applications and options for life event targeting, like engagements, marriages, babies, I have one on the way, new jobs, graduations, recent moving, retirements, anniversaries, the loss of a loved one, So many options. So if you can consider the context in which your products are used and then think about which life events may correspond to these uses, you could imagine that if you're a person selling specialty chocolate baskets, targeting people with those major life events could be very effective. Similarly, I've seen this work firsthand with the business I used to own around the wedding business. So we had a ton of leads come in because we were only targeting engaged couples while selling a product for weddings. You can also target customers by weather, which I think is a pretty cool one. This isn't really native in Facebook though. It's a third-party targeting option that you can use that basically automatically adjusts your ad creative and deactivates or activates ads based on the local weather conditions for that person. So there's a company that did this, and to promote its insulation for the windows, it targeted zip codes with temperatures dropping below 35 degrees, so people that were cold in their homes. You can also target by hobby. Audience insights are especially valuable for this ad strategy. If you look at the shared hobbies among your audiences and then pick out the ones that aren't directly related to your niche, it could be really awesome. So a brand like Orca, which sells rugged coolers for the outdoors, might predict shared hobbies like fishing, hiking, and that kind of thing among its audience. But audience insights may also show an interest in country music, concerts, any other things that may target those people with ads that suggest that coolers are great for tailgating before concerts and festivals. The second way that you can utilize features inside of Meta's Ads Manager is Facebook's custom audiences. Facebook custom audiences are groups of Facebook users who already know about your brand, but they haven't really engaged with it at a very high level. So this means they visited your website before, they might have engaged with your Facebook page before, signed up for email blast, any of those good things. In some level, they have engaged with your brand. Now, essentially, Facebook will take the customer data that you give it, it will compare it to the data of its Facebook users, and eventually it will match your customers to its individual users. After doing that, Facebook will then create a group of people, allowing you to target them with different ad campaigns. You can create 4 different types of custom audiences, which is awesome. You have website custom audiences, so anyone who visited your site. There's app activity audiences, so anyone taking certain actions inside of your app. Customer list audiences, so you can import a customer list or a spreadsheet and it will match everybody. And then finally, you have your engagement-based custom audiences. And these are groups of people who have engaged with your Facebook content or ads anytime in the past. The third way that you can dominate the ad space in 2023 is by expanding your market through lookalike targeting. Over time, you're going to use custom audiences to create similar segments of new audiences with related characteristics. These audiences that we use all the time, they are called lookalike audiences. And they're valuable because they have a lot in common with your existing audiences. So you already know that they like your page, which ads perform well inside of them. In many cases, you can use the same ads for the lookalike audiences that you're already running for your other audience because we've already targeted these people, similar people. This Facebook ad strategy is probably one of the best way to acquire new customers since you already know the group's preference. You've already used them, you've proven them that they can be effective in your ad creative, and so now you're ready to introduce them to your brand. You can also scale your similar lookalike audience to your original source and make it bigger up to about 5 times. If you allow for a lot of variance between the audiences, though, you will have a larger audience, but it will be broader. Facebook allows for a maximum of 500 total lookalike audiences, so you have tons of room to get in there and experiment. Now, if you have more questions about lookalike audiences, they get really dense, let me know in the comments or wherever you're watching this, and I'd be glad to help out. Our fourth way to win big this coming new year is to retarget previous visitors to your Facebook or Instagram pages. Facebook retargeting ads are shown to users who have visited your e-commerce website or have interacted with your Facebook or Instagram page in the past. This is great because this Facebook strategy allows you to nurture relationships that you have already started. There are many applications to this Facebook ad strategy with retargeting options that include people who have engaged with your brand on Facebook or Instagram. They could have visited your website in the past or even done specific pages or viewed specific things on your site. They could have used your mobile app. They could have added a product to their cart. They could have initiated a checkout. They're huge, awesome, wonderful things that all allow us to do some retargeting. Now, today's podcast sponsor is Alpha Social Media, And what's special about this episode is that longtime Meta advertiser and lead paid social specialist Noah Carper will be giving you the fifth and final tip for the ad strategies to try out in 2023. Before I wrap up the final notes and homework, Noah, let's go ahead and have you take it away.
Thank you, Rich. I'd love to give a big hello to everyone here. And as Rich said, I'm the lead paid social specialist over at Alpha. And the fifth point that I'm covering is one of my favorite tips for gathering more ideas when making ads. And that is checking out your competition in the Facebook ad library. As you may know, attention is the currency of advertising. And in order to know what attracts your audience, you have to know what your ads are up against. Once you've developed your Facebook ad strategies and built campaigns to promote your brand, check out what your competitors are doing as well. In 2018, Facebook made an effort to increase transparency around advertisers and launched the Facebook ad library, now known as the Meta Ad Library. The tool essentially serves as a repository for all the current and past Facebook ads ran by any advertiser. Any user can search ads by keyword or by Facebook page names. When strategizing your Facebook ads, it's helpful to see which ads your direct and even indirect competitors are running. Pay attention to the ad's caption, images, or videos if there are multiple kinds.
And there you have it, 5 ways to stand out and get ahead when you approach the new year. And while it certainly can be a set it and forget it kind of thing, the most effective Facebook ads are constantly optimized for performance. We recommend changing it more frequently as the budget increases. But remember, Facebook has learning phases and they must be entered and exited before doing so. If you have more questions about this topic, feel free to comment wherever you're listening or watching. We love if you are, and we will do our best to get back with you. Check out the rest of our episodes on ltspod.com, and let's finally roll the outro.